and welcome to Today in History for January 3rd. I'm Michael Powell. On January 3rd of 1990, Manuel Noriega surrendered to the United States. Panama's General Manuel Noriega, after holding up for 10 days at the Vatican Embassy in Panama City, surrendered to U.S. military troops to face charges of drug trafficking. Noriega was flown to Miami the following day, and crowds of citizens on the streets of Panama City rejoiced. On July 10th of 1992, the former dictator was convicted of drug trafficking, money laundering, and racketeering, and sentenced to 40 years in prison. Noriega was born in Panama in 1938 and was a loyal soldier of General Omar Torrijos, who seized power in a 1968 coup. Under Torrijos, Noriega headed up the notorious G2 intelligence service, which harassed and terrorized people who criticized the Torrijos regime. Noriega also became a CIA operative, while at the same time getting rich smuggling drugs. In 1981, Omar Torrijos died in a plane crash, and after a 2-year power struggle, Noriega emerged as general of the Panama's military forces. He became the country's de facto leader, fixing presidential elections so he could install his own puppet officials. Noriega's rule marked by corruption and violence. He also became a double agent, selling American intelligence secrets to Cuba and Eastern European governments. In 1987, when the Panamanians organized protests against Noriega and demanded his ouster, he declared a national emergency and shut down the radio stations and newspapers, and he forced political enemies into exile. That year, the United States cut off aid to Panama and tried to get Noriega to resign. In 1988, the U.S. began considering the use of military action to put an end to his drug trafficking. Noriega avoided the May 1989 presidential election, which included a U.S.-backed candidate, and in December of that year, he declared his country to be at state of war with the United States. Shortly afterward, American Marines was killed by a Panamanian soldier, and President George H.W. Bush authorized Operation Just Cause. On December 20th of 1989, 13,000 U.S. troops were sent to occupy Panama City, along with the 12,000 already there, and to seize Noriega. During the invasion, 23 U.S. troops were killed in action, and over 300 were wounded. Approximately 450 Panamanian troops were killed, and several hundred to several thousand civilians were injured. Noriega, derogatorily nicknamed Pineapple Face in reference to his pockmarked skin, died in Panama City, Panama on May 29, 2017, at the age of 83. Manuel Noriega, captured, imprisoned, and died there. For Today in History, I'm Michael Powell. Come back tomorrow and check to see what's going to be interesting for that day in history. Till then, watch this.